Happy New Year's Eve. It is December 31st of 2023, and I'm going to be opening the letter I wrote to myself last year on this day. I'm just so grateful for this past year. I'm so grateful for all of you, and it's been beautiful just watching the Christmas things that you guys are doing, the family things that you guys are engaging in, and the ways that you've um, maybe felt this year, the ways that you've felt either excitement or joy or hardship and pain. And that's all part of who we are. And um, feeling is healing. And so I'm so grateful that God has blessed me with the gifts that I have and that I am able to share them with all of you and myself so that each day I can strive to be better than I was yesterday. And each day I can work to live and create a life with more purpose and passion. And that is filled with confidence and clarity and trust in myself that I don't have to seek from somewhere else. I don't have to get validation from somewhere else. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That doesn't mean that I don't always seek validation from other places. That doesn't always mean that I don't always trust fully in myself, right? I'm a human being. And so when people say to me, oh my gosh, well, you've already done the work. Like the work never ends. And sometimes we need more support. And sometimes we are in a place of connectedness and a place of intentionality. And that's a beautiful place. And that's where I strive to be. And so I could talk to you guys all day long, but this is a letter I wrote. So my friend and coach, Jessica McKinley Ueno, I hope I said that right. She's been doing this for 9 years. Every year on December 31st, she hosts a letter to yourself kind of class, workshop, and it's been powerful for me. I've known Jess for, gosh, over, I don't know, 7, 8 years, and she's been doing this for 9 years. And so I've been doing this for several years, and I don't know what's in this letter. I don't have a great memory, so I don't, unless I write it down, I don't know what is in this letter, but I wrote it to myself last year. And what Jess teaches in her letter writing workshop is really just to be intentional on focusing on the future you. And so I wrote this to myself last December 31st, thinking about myself currently. So I may scream, I may cry, I may have lots of emotions here because I don't know what's in this, and that's okay. And I'm going to today or tomorrow at some point write another letter to myself so that I can open it next year. And it's amazing. It's just really powerful when we can do these things and be intentional. So, dearest Helen, open at the end of 2023. I'm also going to be focusing on the things that I want to do less of in 2024. And then that adds clarity. Now, I type mine because I can't read my own writing. Now, you're probably going to hear some of my things I struggled with in 2022 and some of the things that I looked forward to doing in 2023. And there's a lot of specifics in here. And so, and there are a lot of things I know, like my heart's kind of beating fast because I'm like, I'm going to share this with you because I want you to know that not all of my goals that I set, I reached. And that's okay. It's really about the journey of getting there. It's about taking the motions, going through the motions, and then learning from that, right? Versus feeling that shame or guilt, or it's not that you won't feel it, but like staying in the shame and guilt so that you just go nowhere then. Okay. All right. So I wrote this on December 30th, 2022. So about a year ago. Hello, lovely. I woke up this morning feeling so much better than yesterday, which I spent in bed not feeling well. I'm remembering this now. I think I was supposed to go to Sioux Falls with my daughter and we didn't go. Today I'm energized and welcome the sunshine into my house. While I feel better physically, I still have a lingering cough and stuffy nose that seems minor. So this is like very real. I'm going to write a very similar letter about how I'm feeling right now today. While I feel like I have so much to do, I'm taking it one thing at a time. I'm filled with gratitude of the slowing down the recent winter storms and my illness have offered me. Remember last year, the snowmageddon in South Dakota? Yesterday, my kids took care of me while ill and are helping me around the house. And of course, Corey is at the root of it all. He is absolutely amazing and selfless in caring for our family and supporting us in all the ways. The past year, 2022, was filled with 50-50 circumstances and feelings. I struggled with weight and hormones. I gained 10 pounds. I processed through fear of the unknown and not feeling adequate enough. I felt doubt in myself and my abilities as a coach. I experienced an unintentional and unwanted shift to an unhealthy focus on money. I wrestled with my faith and how healing energy aligns with that. I became and felt closer to God than ever before. I'm grateful for that. I joined happening sessions. Those are the sessions with Jess McKinley, who does this. I was part of her group cohort coaching, where as a life coach, it's so important to have a coach. It's just so important to have that accountability and that support and encouragement. I started and continued to coach with elite coaching. So I coach for another one of my coaching friends who I went through her academy, and now I coach her clients as well. I attended an elite retreat in April. That was phenomenal. I finished my yoga training. Yay! I began a new part-time employment with the South Dakota Foundation for Medical Care. And I did some inner child healing NLP work with Chelsea, and she helped me remember the little girl in the accident that day when I was 4 years old. That was a powerful moment. So these are just really a lot of like emotions, good and bad, that came up in 2022. So the measurables, this was in December, on December 30th. And I'll be doing this again to compare where I'm at. And I know that some of these numbers I'm less than, and that's okay. I currently have 13 clients. Currently, right now, I have 8 clients. Over the last 3 months, I earned $22,741. This was last year. Over the last 30 days, I earned $45.81. Over the last month, I booked 1 new client. In 2022, I worked with 23 clients. In 2022, I made $81,000, 941 cents in my coaching business. I taught 97 yoga classes with 597 participants. In 2022, I made $6,700 in my yoga business. I weigh 180 pounds. I'm right there. In 2022, I completed 167 meditations on Insight Timer. That I was so proud of. So proud of. The past year, I've been learning about my hormones and ways in which I can feel my best. In June 2022, I had blood work done, and it showed I had low thyroid and testosterone. I got some pellets. I shouldn't say messed around. I intentionally chose to get pellets in June and in September, and there were some side effects. And so I chose not to do that. And so I talk about that here and ways that I worked to heal my body. Current things to be grateful for. I'm so grateful for my clients, for their trust in me and my coaching, for their determination and their will to learn new ways to live their best lives. Whew, powerful. For their awareness and aha moments, and for every question they ask and challenge and success they share. I'm grateful for my mentors, Heather and Jess. Heather's success in her business, willingness to share her steps to success, and unending belief in me is so amazing, and what keeps me putting one foot in front of the other. Jess's authenticity, life coaching skills, and tools have helped me realize and work to drop my BS stories and thoughts that are keeping me stuck in I don't know. It helps me feel the discomfort so I can move forward with the most amazing life. My husband, he is so much to me. I can with 100% certainty say that without him, my life would not be so simple. He does all the behind the scenes work and more. He fixes things and maintains things and allow me to move at a fast pace without the challenges of waiting and fixing and hiring someone to help me. He is such a good dad and teaches life lessons. He loves and forgives and is patient. I love him so much. I'm so grateful for my kids, for the things that they learn and the lessons they teach me, for the ways they help me and the ways they challenge me to be a better mom. They bring so much joy into my life. I'm so thankful for the women who join me for yoga classes. Thank you. They help me stay accountable and allow me to share my passion in the most intimate ways. I'm grateful for everything I've learned over the past year, for every moment and experience I thought was so hard and felt like giving up, for every over-the-moon excited battle I have overcome. I'm grateful for my gratitude journal, for my passion planner, for the books I have read and listened to. I'm grateful for Jill and Chelsea, who've shown me what is possible when I open myself up to amazing energy and healing. I'm so grateful to God, who provides and listens to me when I am full of fear and feeling lost. I'm so grateful for myself, for the way I've continued to put one foot in front of the other, for the ways in which I've been aware of my thoughts and actions when they weren't always authentic, and for the willingness to learn so that I can love and serve even more fully. Current fears and challenges. So there's when Jess teaches this workshop, she recommends that you have certain headings that you put into your letter. Just this is a recommendation. This is a guide tool. I put more than she says because that's what I choose to do, and some of the things I don't do fully. So last year at this time, my current fears and challenges. My current fears. Listen to this. Even coaches have fears, right, and challenges or doubts sometimes in themselves. My current fears include not being able to deliver the most amazing transformations to my clients. I'm a I am a fixer. I want to help everyone, but I know that's not my job. My job is not to save. But as I type this, I'm fully aware that this is funny. I should stop talking and just read. My current fears include not being able to deliver the most amazing transformations to my clients. But as I type this, I'm fully aware that their transformations are not dependent on me. I can only provide them the most amazing information and guidance and space for them to learn and grow and become their best selves. And that alone makes me feel less fearful. Challenges include pressure I put in on myself to connect in the most authentic ways, longing to connect and help others, but in that trying to help everyone and not helping anyone. I fear the inability to continue to do amazing things. But when I stop and think about it, that is absurd because I'm amazing and I do amazing things. That's what I do. I fear the ability to be resilient when facing challenges and not spending enough time with my kids / teaching them real life values. So as you saw, like as I started to type out those fears and own them and like get them out of my head and out of my mouth, I also found the truth in all of those things. Current fears I will overcome. I've learned to feel my fears, to ask myself, is that true? Is it really true? And then take it another step and realize who I would be without those fears. Who would you be without those fears? It's something profound to think about. Do I have them? Yes. Do I choose to recognize them and move past them? Yes. It is so liberating. I've overcome my fear of not delivering enough or good enough content. I create from my heart and deliver the most amazing concepts to help others. I've overcome my fear of not being a good mom. You guys ever had that fear? I do what I can each and every day and know that it is just enough. I've overcome the pressure I put on myself to do everything just right and to help a certain amount of people or make a certain amount of money. Everyone I help finds me at just the right time and for just the right reasons. I have the amount of money I need to live my best life right now and know that money is always available to me. Goals that we have achieved. This is like, I'm reading this now, imagining myself at this time saying we've achieved these. So I'm thinking ahead from last year. Over the past year, I've learned so freaking much. I have read or listened to 12 books. I've learned how to do chair yoga and have started offering this in my community. I've helped 50 amazing women to start living their best lives now. Women seek me out and are ready and excited to transform their lives with me by their side. I've spoken on one of the most amazing stages in the region, and it was the opportunity of a lifetime. I will never forget how much love I felt on that stage, how much I believed in myself and all of those listening, and how I inspired others that they can be successful and live the most amazing life at the same time. I'm just gonna recap what that is. I didn't learn how to do chair yoga, and I haven't started offering that. Women do seek me out and are excited to transform their lives. I did speak on a stage, and it was phenomenal. I paid off my camper and the money I borrowed from Corey. My kids are so freaking excited to go on a Disney cruise, which I've saved money for to pay in full. I've not done that yet, but it's okay. It's like me imagining my future. My first in-person retreat was an amazing success. Guess what? I have one of those planned in April and another one coming soon. The women who came were inspired and left with a new zest for life and a deep love for themselves. They are ready for the next event, and I have over 20 women on a waiting list for future in-person events. That's true. I've reached my impossible goal, and it feels amazing, but I have felt all the discomfort and emotions needed to get there. I continue to coach for elite coaching and enjoy all the amazing ways in which I've helped women in coaching. I'm a consultant for SDFMC. That means I only have one employer, Helen Eimers, LLC. I've freaking done it, and I'm so proud of myself. Action items to do. Create intentional thoughts, personal and professional, around my business and money, my clients, and my offer. Continue to use a budgeting app. Meticulous scheduling and monthly reflection. Determine vital business behaviors. Time block for those vital behaviors. Be prepared, plan for each week, month, and have the content ready to go. Connect with people, really connect, relate, and love. Track the books that I read and intentional eating. So these are all things that I aspire to do. And again, I've done some of them. I haven't done some of them. But it's beautiful to think of me writing this letter last year and having that belief of who I am, of future me. It's so important to say, what would future me say, right? What would that look like? And here's a little note to myself. So this may be the most endearing part of the whole letter. Helen, you are so intentional in your thoughts and your words and your actions. Intentional is my word for 2023. I have a ring on my finger that has had that word on it. My coach Jess got that for me, and I cannot wait to get my word, or I cannot wait to get my ring for this year, and I'll tell you what that word is when I'm done here. But I base this note to myself based on that word. You're so intentional in your thoughts and your words and your actions, and because of that, you've done some of the most amazing things this past year. You've gotten uncomfortable, and because of that, look at where you are now. I'm so proud of the work you've done from the inside out. Remember all the things you thought were impossible. Now that you've achieved them, you can finally see and feel how possible they really were all along. The cool thing is you've done so many amazing things, and in the process helped so many amazing people to align with who they really are and live their best life. Your intuition for helping others runs so deep and is so life-changing. People seek you out to help them release things that no longer serve them. You are a healer at heart. You are beautiful inside and out. You are stronger. It's amazing when you speak kindly to yourself. We forget this every day. You are stronger than you will ever know in this lifetime. You are here on this earth to serve an amazing purpose, and you are living that mission right here, right now. So grateful for that. Know that you are in the right place and doing the right thing always. Remember always to trust who you are and the path that you are walking at this moment. Love you always. Love me. Oh, thanks for joining me. If you're still watching, if you've watched the whole thing. I know it seemed like I was jumping here and there, and that's okay. I'm not apologizing for anything. It's just how I chose to write my letter. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at the facts, and I'm going to dream some more, and I'm going to write another love letter to myself because it's so important for me to read. Because sometimes we forget that belief. We don't have the belief in ourselves. And I can believe in people all day long. I can tell them that they're amazing. I can tell them that they are worthy. But until you know that for yourself, believe that for yourself, trust that for yourself, that's when the true change starts to happen. And people might say like, oh, like your ego is so big, and and then this is my ego talking, right? Like those are the things I used to say about other people or about myself. Like your ego is so big, get over yourself. Like you need to focus on other people. You're not the center of attention. That's not what this is about. This is about you believing in yourself so fully in such an authentic and beautiful way that you can trust yourself. You don't have to like look for answers outside of you, that you don't have to keep living in a spiral of, I don't know what to do, or trying to do something to appease or please someone else. It's exhausting. I've been there. I still go there sometimes. And so this is not about my ego. This is about having ego strength to know who you really are. And it's powerful. So I invite you to write a letter to yourself from today for next year. And then just really focus on who is that future you? Who are this terrible grammar, but like what is future me doing? What am I doing next year? What do I want to tell myself at the end of next year? And it's really powerful. And then I always love to choose a word. And again, my word last year was intentional. I've not taken this ring off. I don't know, even know if one day, even in the river, I wore it. And my word for 2024 is nurture. And because I love to define words, um, I'm just going to look it up and tell you what it is, right? Nurture is to care for and encourage the growth or development of. There's so many things in my life. There's so many people in my life that I want to nurture this year, and it's going to be powerful. It's going to be so amazing. It's also the process of caring for and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something, right? I want to nurture myself this year. I want to nurture my thoughts. I want to nurture my body. I want to nurture my family, my relationships, my clients, my future clients. I'm here for them. I'm here for you. And I'm so grateful for all of you. Again, if you've watched this to the end, thank you so much for sharing in my vulnerability. I see you. I feel you. I know that you have thoughts that hold you back every single day because we're human. And even as a coach, I have thoughts. I have to just really focus on that intentionality of where is this coming from and what am I trying to do to protect myself? Because as human beings, we protect ourselves. Why would you not? Why would you not protect yourself? But oftentimes it takes some just really digging in or feeling to know what those core beliefs are and what those protective behaviors are. And that's what I love to help my clients with. This is what I love to help myself with so that I can help other people and learn from that. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have the best New Year's Eve. Mine is looking like no plans, and I'm okay with that. So maybe pajamas and a movie. And just really dream big for 2024. And I created a post, I think about a week ago, about like if you are going to do New Year's resolutions or make New Year's resolutions, the most important thing isn't what you're going to do. The most important thing is your thought around it, your belief around it. Because if you believe it's going to be hard or it's going to be shitty or it's going to be awful or that you are awful or that you can't do it or that you'll just fail like you always do, it's going to be miserable. So if you are ready to just nurture yourself, nurture your health, nurture your mind in 2024, I'm here for you. I'm here with you, and I'm excited for this year. Love you all. Take care.